Okay, so we have got participants before the time. Thank you so much for being on time, guys. All right, everyone, I would request you to please put your comments in the chat box. How's lockdown treating you all, and how excited you are for this show? Just start putting your comments in the chat box. No one seems excited. Okay, cool. We have got 24 people before the time. Thank you so much, everyone, for respecting the time and for being online for us. All right, so we'll start our session by 12:05. Let's wait for another couple of people to join us. Okay, so many learnings are going on right now during this lockdown period, and I'm happy that you are again here to have something knowledgeable for you. Okay, we have got 25 people. Hi, everyone. I request everyone to please put your mic on mute and your video also. Another 2 minutes to go. Thirty-five participants. Okay. All right, guys, can we start now? Okay, before we start, I want to see your excitement about this show, REVtalk. So, can I have few messages on the chat box that how excited you are? Just write excited. That's it. Meanwhile, we'll have some more people to join us. All right. Okay. So, guys, good afternoon. Um, so, welcome you everyone to the brand new REVtalk show presented by Revners and partnered by Leisure India Holidays and CHA Jaipur. So today we'll discuss about key roles of revenue managers, and today we have a person with us, Mudit Kaushik. He is head revenue manager at the Leela Palace, Udaipur. Hi, Mudit.
Hi, how are you? First, let me
I'm.
wish our host a very happy birthday.
Thank you so much, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay. So guys, let me just tell you how we're gonna do this show. So in the beginning, what we'll do, I'll explain you the pattern of the show. So we have few excited things gonna happen in this show. So we have got two sections here: share to shine, where Mudit will share his knowledge with every one of you, and will share the experience what he have gone in entire experience. And the second segment will be infinite reach, because here we'll talk about the revenue, we'll talk about business practices, we'll talk about good ideas, strategies, right? So apart from those, we have got so many other things which really impact the business and revenue. So we'll talk about everything, not only the revenue, not only the business ideas, but we'll share all the experiences which we have got throughout our work experience. So that's second. And then we'll wrap up the show with a rapid fire round with quick questions with Mudit. And there's something more exciting for every one of you, not for me, not for Mudit, not for the presenters, and not for the co-partners. But then this exciting session is for you guys, where Mudit will ask you a question. So there you'll get a chance to win exciting prizes. So what are they? You have to stay tuned with us throughout the session. And now let's start the questions with Mudit. So Mudit, I'll ask you a few questions. So first round, as I said, share to shine. So on behalf of Team Reveners, we are specialized in revenue management and social media optimization. So we would like you to share your knowledge with us. What exactly revenue management and social media optimization is for you, and why it is important in this era.
Okay, well, to start with, so in a brief, a revenue management is about selling a right price at a right time to the right customer. And so it's about how accurate in terms of pricing you are, how much you are aware about the composite hotels, and the trend which is going in the market. So how much active on over to that you are. If you talk about social media, sorry, the social optimization. So basically, it's about choosing those words which are maximum search by the customer while looking for the hotels. It can be in your specific region, and it can be, for example, if you're targeting the inbound clients, what exactly they look for while searching hotels in India, what maximum keywords are used by them. For that, you can take, of course, you can take a help from Google AdWords, and there are a lot of companies which you can tie up, especially like uh, new known companies, Revners. You can type with Revners as well, who can help you out in digital marketing, your reputation on social media platforms, and apart from that as well, your optimization and the maximization as well.
Okay. So, Mudit, tell me, like, I've also worked in service industry for years, and I know many of the hotels who have the concept of sales and marketing and revenue management. So both sound similar to each other. So, what do you think about it?
Well, I've always heard that sales and market, sales, especially the sales and revenue, is enemies to each other. They cannot work together because, of course, the sales team, they have a target which they need to achieve, and they try to achieve at any cost because yes, if they don't achieve the targets, the results are quite not good for them. So definitely, they will always come with the reason keep for, let's say, guests can only pay this much rate, they're not ready to pay high amount. So at that time, at that time the revenue management comes into the picture, because the job of a revenue manager is to maximize. He's to maximize the yield from given inventory. So let's say, for example, if I have 80 rooms, I have to maximize on my area on the RevPAR. So if I know there's a high demand in the city, often it's an auspicious day, if a lot of weddings are happening in a city. So definitely I would like to yield on a higher side. So a lot of hotels, it completely depends what relationship you carry with your sales team. In my opinion, what I have done and what I have seen in my career so far, I always tried to maintain always a very good relationship with my sales and marketing, especially the DVSM. Because the reason being, what I think, even for them also, it's quite difficult. They people go out in the market, and with so many composite hotels, with so many competition going in the market, it's very difficult to bring in the business nowadays. So, keeping at the back of our mind, you should always try to support the sales as well.
All right. Um, okay, so tell me, like, what marketing strategies would you suggest to implement to have a better ROI?
See, in terms of marketing, always follow a trend. What other hotels are doing in your competition, of course. Nowadays, it's complete like Instagram, Facebook. You have Twitter, LinkedIn. You have so many digital platforms where you can actually market your product. Apart from this, there's also print media, and you can also market your product over the radios, through the voice, maybe through radios, or giving ads in multiplexes. So you can use these platforms as well. But yes, very very important, because the maximum people all are nowadays are mobile savvy, and nobody has the time, to go through the newspaper nowadays much. Nobody looks for a website, or nobody does social media on the desktop. So I think, keeping in mind that people are using the mobile phones, you can market in such a way so you can reach to the maximum customers. And as you know, all of people are maximum are now on the social media like Facebook and Twitter, Instagram. So these are the good platform where you can market your product.
Right. Okay, so like everyone is saying nowadays that domestic market will be the utmost segment to bounce back, right? So, what precautions hotels or restaurants should take while pricing or pacing this segment? So, have OTA weekends because of the COVID-19, or how it is?
See, a lot of every hotel completely depends on the management which is driving the hotel. For example, if we talk about the budget hotels, there will be a price war, of course, between the mid-segment hotels, because definitely because now the demand will be low and the supply is very high. So keeping that in mind, everybody will try to attract the customers towards their product, towards their hotel, of course. So, but yes, if we talk about the luxury products, let's say, for example, Leela, Taj, or Royce, uh, I don't think they will no will plan for drastic cutting in terms of pricing. So because we know it will take a time for the people to rebound, the business to rebound back. And yes, as of now, everybody's focusing on domestic line because uh, we know that after lockdown, definitely people will love to go out with their families and to spend some good time. Even with coming winters, there are a lot of weddings which are planned. So if we talk about the hygiene practices and the safety practices, so yes, sir. So एक वो एक वो था मेरा sorry guys. Okay, so the basic hygiene practice, safety practices. Uh, we already taken all the precautions, and as a brand, we have tied up with Suraksha. We have come with the Suraksha as a statement. We were saying that we're going to give 100% safety norms to any guest who is going to stay with us. And I think all the brands have started doing that. All of the hotels have already started practicing the complete sanitization, starting from the guest check-in to check-out, focusing on all the touch points which guests have in the hotel while staying in a hotel. So every brand is doing that, and also a lot of brands they have started publishing their videos, the hotels especially, how the going forward, how they going to do the hygiene practices in the hotel. If we talk about the restaurants, I think restaurants still will take some time because uh, definitely who's staying in a hotel would like to order more from the IIT rather than going in and sitting in the restaurant. But yes, in terms of restaurant also, we will try to maintain the social distancing and we'll try to have a single hand services. Like we're not going to involve much of the employees in while serving the food to the guest. So I think that's what all the hotels have planned so far. And if we talk about nowadays, we already started the takeaways, which is a very good concept. We're just trying to reach all the our local customers, especially, and so that they don't forget the taste which they are missing while sitting at home. So we have started a takeaway at a very good price. So that's what we have done so far.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. Such amazing knowledge you have shared. And now we'll switch to the another round, another session of this call. So, guys, this one is for you. So now we have got 46 participants with us, and as I mentioned in the beginning of the session, that we will have some exciting prizes for you. So I request everyone to please pay attention because this quiz will be based on the upcoming topic, right? So Mudit, as Revners stream, they have done a survey and found that
Okay.
in 2019, number of foreign tourists arrival in India were 10.89 millions with annual growth of 3%. So how would traditional sales contribution change now in 2020 in the new normal after COVID-19 versus before COVID-19?
See, we already seen this when the COVID started in the everywhere. At that time, I already seen that all the companies, all the travel agents, they already started maintaining a social distancing. So any of the salesperson who's going to get the business with the companies or the travel agent, uh, like they were not allowed to meet them. So I think the traditional sales will definitely going to impact because everybody would like to maintain that social distancing and will be minimizing, the meeting people especially personally. So that will be definitely going to affect. And I think going forward, social media and digital marketing will be a new boom, I should say, or your traditional sales will divert towards the more towards digital platforms. And I think it's also safe because definitely we should try to avoid meeting more people. We should just try to minimize that. And post COVID, yes, if we talk about the inbound, that has really been affected a lot. And going forward, I don't think it will take a lot of time for inbound to come back to India as normal. And as of now, maximum hotels will have to only depend on the domestic clients, especially. And if we talk about, I think there will be a drastic drop in inbound, at least 60 to 70%. And it will take time till next year at least, quarter one, quarter two, because once we enter the quarter one, then the off season will start. So I think that things will be better and normal will in terms of inbound only by next year, let's say uh, August or September.
Okay. Okay, so in the recent poll with the BW hoteliers, Mr. Mukul Anand have expressed his words on digital check-in, digital checkout, digital keys, touchless services. Do you feel adopting this will impact the guest experience?
Uh, See, we have to be more. Uh, I think this will can because generally what happens, generally what was happening before, when a guest checks in, there's a person who greets him, meets him. We talk about how was his drive, how was his journey towards while landing to the hotel, and we also try to find out what are his preferences because generally it takes a lot of not much time, but 3 to 4 minutes to take a check-in. Digital platforms and using the digital check-in, checkouts, and keys. Yes, uh, this is a new trend which is coming up now, and in order to keep the safety and the hygiene standards. But that human touch will be missing now. It will be more of I should say uh, completely sort of a robotic, a robot's working in a hotel just because we'll be only point to point and very in a very short and very brief. So I think the guests definitely going to miss those human touches, of course.
But here I have a question. Like whenever we go to a restaurant or we go to a hotel, people want a personalized experience to have, right? And where we talk about the digitalization, we talk about the robotics, we talk about providing any facility or any services through uh, digital thing or through robots. So people will still fall for that particular brand, or would they continue coming to that particular brand to have services?
See, to some extent, these are very, should say, these experiences looks good for a very short period. Uh,
True.
Definitely, yes, people would like to try these new standards and the new techniques, but I think it will be very short term, very short time. For example, if I'm sitting in a restaurant and I've been served, let's say, by a single person handling a lot of guests, or I've been served by, let's say, a robot machine. In case I have to make a complaint, or if I don't like anything, then whom should I go back? So it will be a little difficult for me. And again, I think because see, a person who is sitting in a five-star hotel restaurant, any of the hotel restaurant, is paying a huge amount because it includes a lot of services. And if you don't provide those services to the guest, so definitely it's going to impact in a negative side.
So means for the time being, all this is okay for everyone, but not in a regular
Exactly.
basis.
Yes.
All right. Thanks again. Now we'll switch to the another section of this rep talk, and that is rapid fire round. So, Mudit, I will ask you a few questions one by one. You have to revert in a one word answer or maybe in a line or a two.
Okay.
Okay. So, for you, what is revenue management? You can answer this in one line.
Okay, so for me, I just already said revenue management is selling right price at right time to the right customer.
Definition of perfection.
I think something which is 100%.
Okay. Guest experience. So this can be your wow experience by any of the brand, or you have given wow experience to any of your guests.
Wow experience. I have stayed in a lot of hotels, but they were all business trips. So I think when I was one of the hotel which I remember still it was Intercontinental Fujairah, so which I
Mhm.
visited in 2016. So I got a very good reception, the very good services from all the employees, and I think we were the only group staying there. We were all IG employees, almost 50, 60 people from all over the globe, all from sales and marketing fraternity. So very good services provided by them and very personal services because being Indian, we faced a lot of issue with the foods, with the food there because it was the resort was it was a beach resort and it was in Middle East. So there were a lot of restriction on limitation over the food menu for especially Indians. So at that time, the chef came out and we were 4 5 people. So they took very good care of us.
Okay. One superpower you wish you had.
So superpower, I can cure COVID-19. I can a superpower like maybe like if I can invent a medicine for corona.
Okay. All right. Entertainment for you is.
For me, is watching movies, especially nowadays, a lot of these third parties like Netflix, Prime Videos. So that's my best pastime, and that's what I like to do, especially on my holidays.
Okay. Team management or time management. Why it is important, and which is more important according to you.
I think team management is more important for me because if you manage your team properly, definitely you'll get all the results in time. So if you manage your team properly, your time management will be automatically will be maintained.
Okay. The upcoming one is a tricky one. So you have to name 10 luxury hotels in Rajasthan in just 60 seconds. So your time starts now.
Okay, so start with Lila Udaipur, Taj Lake Palace, Taj Rambagh, Gem Hill Palace, uh, Bishangarh Fort, Hayat, then Ubray Uday Villas, Ubray Raj Villas, and Ananta Resorts in Udaipur, then Ananta in Jaipur, Devigarh
Okay.
Palace in Udaipur. Uh, there are two more in Jaipur as well, which were owned by Libua, Devi, Devi Ras, something. Yeah.
20 more seconds. You have named
Yeah,
9 as
Western Pushkar, and
okay.
Taj Fateh Prakash in Udaipur, Taj Ravali Resort in Udaipur, and
Okay.
I think that's all I remember.
Time up, time up. Thank you so much. You have named 14 good resorts in Rajasthan. So any one of you would want to go to any of the resorts after the lockdown, you can definitely visit them. They are the most luxurious hotels and resorts in Rajasthan. So one person you always look up to and why? So in terms of professional life.
Uh, I look. up as a mentor, who's my current CFO, Mr. Anurag
Okay.
Bhatnagar. And
Right.
he was my first GM as well when I started my career. He was my first GM at Lamarad in Jaipur. So I look him up as my mentor.
Okay. So, if not a revenue person, what would you have been in your career?
Initially, when I joined hotel management, I want to be a chef. I think maximum students who join hotel management want to be a chef. So even I also want to be a chef, but destiny brought me into revenue management. Revenue management.
So, you believe in destiny so much, is it?
Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So, Madhut, now since every one of us knows that lockdown is happening, the COVID is has spread all over the uh, globe. So, what suggestions you will give to the people? So, what hygiene factors they need to maintain? So, what are the parameters when working in the hospitality industry? So, how they can go further?
I could only say that every hotel should try to maintain all the standards prescribed by the government. They should follow all the government rules in terms of COVID and try to maintain maximum hygiene in the hotel with the minimal staff, of course, because the more staff you keep, the more chances of the spread of this disease. I know it's a difficult situation for all the hotels, and we are still predicting that domestic people are like hotels are still depending on domestic more, but you really don't know like how the things will go further because even we were expecting to open by June, but now with the new rules coming up, hotels are closed, has been extended now till 30th June. So it's very difficult to predict, to forecast exactly how this will go further until unless we don't find a vaccine to this COVID-19.
Okay. Any suggestions for the students who are doing hotel management or any of such courses? What advice you would like to give them?
To them, I should say, who are doing relevant courses, just try to grab maximum knowledge because it's a very good time nowadays during the lockdown. Try to do other crash courses as well, let's say on digital marketing, on how to the online reputation, which is very important, uh, on how to market your product, let's say on social media, how the social media works, and there's a lot of stuff which you can learn about digital marketing, especially the search engine optimization, search engine maximization, how many tools. There are a lot of different tools which are used by different hotels chains in the globe on the all over the world. Just try to grab maximum knowledge. Which are these tools? Which are these websites? Which are the companies who work in terms of revenue management for hotels? So I think it's a very good time nowadays. There are a lot of courses which are at a very reasonable rate. So just try to do them as maximum as you can. And it's very important for a relevant student. You should have very good hand in Excel. So I should say just until the time you're in the college, just try to learn Excel and be master in that.
Okay. On the similar note, how your lockdown period went? So, like, what did you do during all
Even
this?
I did a Microsoft certification in Microsoft Excel, and I recently just enrolled myself in a digital marketing course from one of the from Udemy, so which is very reasonable as well. So that's what I'm doing currently. But yes, again, I'm at the hotel now, so I'm involved in a lot of strategies that what we are planning for coming months. So that's all I'm able to do till now.
Apart from the regular studies, would you like to suggest any of the particular course to them so that they can grab at most the knowledge during this time?
See, it's a very good. There's a course which is done by Cornell University, but it's a little expensive. But yes, it's a very good course. I've seen a lot of GM, especially, and the people are sitting at a very good post in revenue management. Uh, these people, I've seen them doing these courses. So it's not much. I think it's just a 6 months or 1 year course, which is done by Cornell University on revenue management, which costs around 1.35 lakhs to 1.5 lakhs. So that's a very good course which they should look if they can do it.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Mudit, for your precious time. Now, as
Thank you,
I
Asha.
have discussed in the beginning, that Mudit will gonna ask you a question from a particular topic. So, Mudit, what is the question you want to ask to these people so that they can take participation in this and then can win the exciting prizes?
Okay, because we have different viewers in terms of maybe somebody from college, somebody from sales and marketing. Uh, so which is the number one hotel chain in the world in terms of number of hotels? Which hotel chain has the maximum number of hotels in the world at present?
Okay, guys, you
So
need.
yes, I think yeah. So it's Marriott, of course. And if we talk about maximum hotel keys, like maximum number of rooms,
Inventory we are talking about.
yeah, in terms of inventory, in terms of rooms, not hotel number of hotels. Yes, it was Wyndham, but at present it's IHG. So this is neck to neck between Wyndham and IHG. Second question. Okay, who can tell me when your ADR is equivalent to your RevPAR? So let me just brief about ADR and RevPAR. So ADR is your average room rate or average daily rate. Okay, and RevPAR is your revenue per avail. Sorry.
Can you please repeat the question once again?
Sure. So I asked when is your ADR is equivalent to your RevPAR. So your RevPAR is revenue per available room, like how many rooms you have in the hotel, what is the revenue per available room, and your ADR is also known as ARR, which is your average room rate. So it calculates on the sold rooms, and RevPAR is calculated over the number of rooms you have. So I think Naveen and Ankit has already given a correct answer when the hotel is sold out, because at that time your sold out rooms and your total rooms are equal.
All right, cool. Okay, so Mudit has shared most of the knowledge, and hope this session was very knowledgeable for each one of you. I would like to take a glance and would like to thank our hospitality partner CHA and our leisure partner uh, Leisure India Holidays. Thank you so much for partnering with us. Thank you so much, Modit, for being here and giving your valuable time to each one of
Thank you,
us.
Asha.
Uh, Everyone, this is for you that whatever the questions we have put in and you have given your answers to us, we will be announcing the winners very soon, within 2 days. And meanwhile, to stay updated, please go live, go subscribe and like our channel on YouTube, on Facebook, be there on Instagram, and yes, we are there on LinkedIn as well. So please subscribe to all the channels, on all the platforms, and stay updated with all the information. We'll be announcing the winner very soon. And thank you so much for participating in this session. It was really, really very wonderful session we had with Mudit. Mudit, thanks once again.
Thank you,
And
Asha.
thank you
Thank you,
everyone
Rachna.
for being online. In case if you need any of the information related to Revners, related to the questions which we have put in on this show, you can write to archana@revners.com, or meanwhile you can put your email ID to us. We will share the questions with you very soon. And this contest will be live on Instagram. So please be there, subscribe to our channel, and you can revert your answers there as well.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Archana. Thank you, Harsha.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Mudit. Thank you so much for being there, for your valuable time.
Thank you.
Archana, would you like to say something?
I don't think so. I'm sure Mudit and you both have done an amazing job and covered all the topics. It's just that thank you so much for your valuable knowledge, Mudit. I'm sure this is going to help a lot, especially for the students who are there from CHA, as well as Leisure India holidays. Again, tourism part will take care for them also to plan their time for according lockdown. This lockdown has definitely brought everyone at a very difficult stage for especially the hospitality industry, and I'm sure we all together will come out of it.
Yeah, definitely, Archana. Hope for the best and all the best to the CHA students.
Thank you, everyone, once again.
Asha, I missed wishing you happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday once again, Harsha.
Thanks, Mudit.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ankit. Thanks, Nilesh. Thanks, everyone. Ankit Tiwari, Ankit Makkad, Harshita Agrawal, Lenovo, Jitendra Singh Rajawat. Thank you, everyone, for the wonderful wishes. Vikram Soni, Vaibhav Rana, Vatsala, Rishika. Thank you so much. And I wish you all a very wonderful year ahead. Everyone, we'll share this recording on our all the platform: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So in case if you wish to go through with all the questions once again, so you can definitely subscribe and you can get the information from there.